Well, hi there, everybody. Good morning to meteorologist Travis Klineski here on this Friday morning. Here as we take a look at our forecast. First off, Futurecast. Unlike the last couple of days where it was actually showing the rain out there this morning, this new model not showing any of the rain that we actually have out there this morning, but we've got numerous scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms right in here. They are starting to trend weaker, so I think this is going to be a continued trend the next couple of hours where they weaken and eventually move off to the northeast, and eventually skies will clear out. Breezy to even windy conditions out of the south. Strongest winds will be over eastern Nebraska, but right here, notice the sharp divide. There is a frontal boundary. It was a cold front. It's become more of a stationary front sitting right here. It's going to be hot out ahead of that front. Noticeably cooler behind the front with some lighter winds out of a northeasterly direction. That front will stay there tonight. This evening, watch for a thunderstorm up in northeast Nebraska, but otherwise most of us will miss out. Just a few clouds kind of popping up there. And then early tomorrow morning, kind of like this morning, we may see a few pop-up showers and weak thunderstorms. This time a little farther east than central Nebraska where we saw them this morning. This time they'll be more over eastern Nebraska and northeast Kansas. Meanwhile, that frontal boundary, it retreats a little bit to the northwest. Low clouds northwest of that boundary. That front will lift to the northwest tomorrow. So everybody is going to get strong southerly winds and hot temperatures out there with a few passing clouds. The strongest winds are going to be in eastern Nebraska. We may see some gusts to 40 miles per hour tomorrow, including for the Husker football game in Lincoln, and it's going to be a hot one out there tomorrow as well. Tomorrow night, it remains breezy, quiet with a couple of passing clouds out there. Another mild night ahead of us here. Small chance of severe weather in northeastern areas. Most of us will stay dry. I'm not even that confident in the northeast part of the state seeing thunderstorms, but if they do, wind and hail look to be the biggest threat. It's going to be hot for most of us today into the upper 80s and low to mid 90s. Near record territory. The record high in Grand Island is 93, so a record could be tied there. I don't think we'll quite get to records in Hastings or Kearney. We'll be a little bit shy of the records as they're a few degrees higher than that. Meanwhile, notice the sharp contrast. Behind the front, 70s and low to mid 80s behind that cold front there. So definitely a difference. Tonight, out ahead of the front, 60s and low 70s. Behind it, cooler 50s to the west and northwest, even some 40s out west. And then tomorrow, with that front retreating northwestward, now it won't be as hot, but it will still be much warmer in these locations here, getting into the 80s. And for the rest of us, it's low and mid 90s once again, including for the Husker game in Lincoln. It's going to be a hot one. It's going to be a sunny one and a windy one out there at Memorial Stadium. Temperatures are around halftime, probably up around 94, maybe 95 degrees. So the only relief you're going to get during this game is later in the game when the western part of the stadium, the sun will start to drop down in the horizon a little bit and start to cast a bit of a shadow over west parts of Memorial Stadium. But outside of that, it's going to be a miserable day out there. Stay cool as best you can. If they're allowing, I don't know if they're allowing you to, but if you are allowed to, take some water in with you and keep hydrated. Sunscreen, a hat, all that good stuff out there if you are going to the game between the Wolverines and the Huskers. Tomorrow night, another mild night in the 60s and lower 70s. Notice even to the west and northwest, milder temperatures on the way. We could be talking about record warm minimum temperatures several nights in a row for the next several days to come. Tomorrow, Sunday, maybe a touch cooler, but still upper 80s and lower 90s for the majority of us. Just not as many of those mid 90s, as temperatures do start to come down a little bit early next week. So closer to 90 on Sunday, upper 80s on Monday, another windy one expected, and then bigger changes are coming Monday night into Tuesday. A strong cold front will bring a much better chance of rain and thunderstorms, especially by Tuesday and Tuesday night. Highs in the 70s, still windy around that front. And then cooling down even more, lower 70s for highs Wednesday and Thursday as we dry out. And the lows will get cooler, low 50s on Wednesday morning, 40s Thursday morning. And then as we get beyond that, we could see an even bigger cool down by next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday as highs will be down in the low to mid 60s. So much cooler air on the way by the first full weekend of October. So there you go. There's your forecast for today. I want to wish you all a wonderful weekend. Stay cool as best you can, and I will see you all again on Monday. Talk to you later. Bye.